Well, today is September 12th, and yesterday I had a strange experience, and I want to make a video about that. I wanted to take a walk somewhere in the nature or something, and I did, and it was a wonderful sunny day, sunny afternoon, Sunday sunny afternoon. And then suddenly within, 2 or 3 minutes, there was a storm, and I had nowhere to go, and I was completely wet and soaking wet, and then the wind started to blow, so I was shaking like a leaf because I was wet, plus it was cold. And then within 15 minutes it was all gone, and I had to go home. Of course I had to walk. And so I was soaking wet, I was freezing like I don't know what. And plus I had to walk, and then I had to go on the bus and get home eventually. And I remembered something. Memory is a strange thing, isn't it? I forgot where I put my keys, and then I'm looking for my keys for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 hours. Then next day I remember, just suddenly out of the blue, it comes to me, I left my keys, I don't know, somewhere over there. And of course you find the keys. It's strange, it's very strange. So I was just about to enter the house, like a few seconds before I entered my house, soaking wet and freezing. And I just remembered something. One important thing that it's been troubling me, actually, maybe all my life, I'm not sure. I remembered one little thing. When I was a child, I don't remember how old, maybe 7 years old, something like that. I remembered that I was always alone at home because my mother always used to go to work. She had a job. Nobody was ever there to babysit me, and I was always alone in the house. It was a small house, but we had a small yard too. And the dog, so practically I was alone, but practically I wasn't, because there was a dog. But I remember that I was always playing, drawing, or playing in the yard or something like that. And I remember I was in the living room and I was playing whatever, I don't know, maybe teacher and the students. I really don't know. And I remembered something. And it came to me yesterday. That situation stayed with me for years. I remembered the feeling that I felt. As I was playing as a child, I looked at the couch, and I felt like there was somebody there on the couch. Not very good. I actually felt a presence. And many, many, many times in my life, I felt that presence somewhere around me that wasn't very good. It was something like some kind of force, something that it's like some kind of surveillance or something that wants to control me or something with a bad intention. And I felt it for years and years around me. I never spoke about it until right now, today, because yesterday I remembered that. And within 1 second, it came to me, this remembrance. It caused fear in me. And I said immediately, basically, I remembered what was that. That was an intruder. I felt an intruder. I never thought something special about that, but I always felt its presence. I don't know where it came from. It came from somewhere, someone, something. But I always felt an intruder. I always had problems with falling asleep. I couldn't fall asleep, even when I was a baby. My mom told me that. And I finally remembered yesterday that was the cause. That was the cause of many bullshit in my life, or fear, or acting, or reacting out of fear, not out of the true me, the real me, the life that I wanted, actually. And I never told that to anyone. So yesterday, when I remembered, in this one second was necessary, only 1 second. I just said, oh God, it's an intruder. It's an intruder in my life. There is an intruder. Oh God, help me. I just remembered. And I remember I was, yesterday when I went into the house, I was full of fear. I was shaking like a leaf, and I was very cold because I was wet. I had to keep warm, and I just went straight to bed and I fell asleep, And I decided I have to make this video because there was something that was bugging me all those years, all my life, almost all my life. And I'd like to say something about kids that feel a presence, feel something. I felt something, and I was terrified to say it to my mom, for example, because I didn't trust her. I didn't trust my own family. Children don't have 100% trust in them because they usually see that this is the world of liars. Very early, in a very early age, you become aware of the lie in this world. It's like a force that forces you to live in a certain way. I'm talking about the parents. If you are a parent, you hate your job or this or that, or you don't have any money, or you struggle with something and you don't know what to do. How come you don't know what to do? How come? You're supposed to be the parent, the only one, the perfect one, Every child thinks his mom or his dad is, I don't know what, the best or the only in the world, My dad is better than yours, For me, it was my granddad, because I didn't have a dad. My parents divorced when I was 2 years old. And I didn't see my dad. Plus, he never paid one single alimony. But that was my mother's problem, not mine. She chose him. I didn't choose him. And basically what I wanted to say is that I was never asked about how I feel. How do you feel about that or something or anything? How do you feel? The feeling or the feelings in plural, it was never important. The important thing is that you are obedient. You have some manners, you don't have to be perfect with perfect manners. You can be, but you don't have to be on the other hand, yeah? The important thing is to be obedient, to have clean clothes, to have, to go to school and do what the kids do, But what do you know what kids do? You only know a part of it because you were a kid once. And I was never asked, today I am 47 years old. And I remember that who asked me how I feel? Go outside and play or just do your homework or something like that. Would you like something to eat, And for example, I grew up with my mom, but I never had any closeness with her, any special closeness. And we never had a cup of coffee together. Never, ever. And I felt better when I was home alone than with her. I suppose that in a certain way she felt about me too, because she had to take care of me and I was a burden, So at very early age, I realized one thing. I realized that nobody wants a woman with a child. It's not my child, so why should I, That's the first thing. And second thing, no married woman. I never saw a married woman who is happy. Why should I trust you people? The adults. So basically, what this experience from yesterday told me was that I always had, I call it the antenna. I always had some kind of feeling of, how shall I say this? I don't know what's it called. Of the air around me, the changes in the air around me. And if you have some kind of primitive parents, the primitives who only talk about what are we going to eat and go to school so you can have a better life than me, which means to me, oh, I gave birth to you, you're going to be the corrector of my life. I'll give you everything, but you're going to be the corrector of my life. What I couldn't do or didn't do or missed or something, you're going to do it. It doesn't matter which way. And the worst scenario is when the same parents tell you, oh, you're going to do it my way, or you're going to do this, you're going to do that, go here, go there, do this, do that. So, for example, in my case, when I said no, and that was very often, I was worthless. I was, how shall I say this? I was not worthy of this life, I'm worthless. Oh, you were same like your father. Of course, she didn't like my father. That's why they got divorced. Which is, of course, not my problem. But, you get bullshit like that. Now I'm talking about my mother, but it doesn't have to be mother. It can be both parents. It can be a father, It doesn't matter. Someone in your closest family, the one who raised you, tells you something like this, or something similar to this. You're worthless if you don't go my way, and by my words, what are you going to do? What are you trying to do? To be a god to me or something? If you knew how to live your life properly, just to make yourself happy, you would be happy today, and you wouldn't have the need to tell me what to do or how to do. If you knew better, you would have a better life today. But you don't. So I'm going to do things my way. I don't know what that way is. But if I need you, I'll ask you for advice. Or maybe I'll never ask you about anything because I don't trust you. So, the experience from yesterday, the yesterday's experience, told me how much I didn't trust somebody just to say what I feel, because at a very early age I've noticed that people degrade a feeling, the inner feeling, the truth, the core of you, which is the truth about you and in you, within you, is very badly received because of who you have to become. But as I said in one of my previous videos, I am, therefore, I don't have to become in order to be. That's the title of the video too. I spoke about this before. It's in the Genesis, when Satan spoke through the snake and he said, oh, God knows that when you bite this apple, you will become gods. It's like, gods? What gods? We were created to His image. Created, not born, created in His image. In my language, it's not the image. It's not the word image. Image has a different meaning in English language and English spoken culture language. In my language, it is translated as God created them to His own picture and opportunity. Slika I prilika. This means His picture and this means his opportunity. So his opportunity is actually mine too, not your parents. They didn't buy you in a shop, did they? So you are not their ownership. They've been given to you out of trust. And well, we can actually speak about God's mercy, actually. You know, they were given to you like a gift to have somebody around, to know what's it like to be a parent, to experience something, blah, 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 blah. There are many answers to why. But the thing is, you know, I never trusted, in my case, I never trusted her to tell her about anything at all. Because she wasn't interested in that. I never trusted anyone. Actually, I trusted my granddad until I got disappointed about something. And for me, only one disappointment is enough. Because it usually means that it's a one-way ticket. The first lie that somebody tells you is a one-way ticket to all the other bullshit lies that you will hear in the future. That's how it is to me. And it doesn't mean that I hate you. It just means, you know, I don't trust you. Goodbye. And the important thing is, what I wanted to say is that even today, as I speak right now, children don't trust 100% to their parents. They keep secrets and they keep silent about things. Remember Jimmy Savile and guys like that? What does it tell you? You know, oh, the British people, oh, we are so better than everyone else. Oh, the royal family, blah, 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 blah. Oh, the manners, you know, mind your manners. This is not nice. Oh, this is nice. This is not nice. They're always judged by someone else, by somebody else's rules or behavior or somebody else's example of what is right, what is wrong. You know, they're always kind of judged. And they live in a culture like that for centuries, of course. And then one guy, of course, this is a modern age already, you know, and then there is one guy like Jimmy Savile, and he dies and he's unpunished. Why? Why? Mostly because people believe in the pictures of you, not the you, the real you. So then they complain about, oh, the world we're living in, you know. It's not over there like that. There are many people like that around the world. But to give him some kind of royal treatment and bullshit like that, you know, and the power over children's attention, first attention, then life, you know, it's just unbelievable. And you know, I'm not actually surprised that it happened in a country like Britain, because I was there for a year and a half. I lived there for a year and a half, and that mentality, it has a lot of advantages to live there. But that kind of mentality didn't sit too well with me. You always have to have a premeditated answer to everything, because, oh my God, what will the people say? What will the people think? What will the people this, the people that? Oh, what will somebody say? And bullshit like that, It's just, it's a normal way of behavior over there, and it's like everywhere. And I saw the traps of a life like that very early, and I just didn't want to stay. And I thought to myself, look, you can have many advantages there, but at that time, the only way to stay in the country was, there was only one way. You have to get married. And I was like 20 years old. I didn't want to get married, get lost. And I know a few stories like that they've been actually offered a good job. And perhaps even a career in London or something. But they had to have papers, and you can't get papers if you don't have citizenship and bullshit like that, And I know a few cases like that the girl just said, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to go to England to have a job and a better life, yes, but I'm not going to marry someone and live in fear of the, what's it called, what is it, immigration officers, I'm not going to do that. And yes, it is trust. And it's incredible that it's like approximately 500 victims of Jimmy Savile, for as far as we know it, just kept their mouth shut. And in my life, nobody told me that this is a talent, that this is a special gift that I have, to feel somebody's presence. And I've been told I was a little, how shall I say this, strange, because I was interested in those kind of, in other worlds, in those kind of topics, I asked about that, and at an early age, what is that? What is this? And I've never been told that I can actually do that. And a few years ago, I had, how shall I say this, problems because of it, because it grew stronger. As I was getting old, it was like stronger and stronger. And there was something special. I felt some kind of impediment in my life, and it never ceased to go away, and I wondered why. Well, yesterday I found out it was the intruder. And it took me so many years just to confess, actually, that it's an intruder. It's very interesting how people say they know you just because they're maybe your friends or your family. And I've had that trap. It's like a trap when you find a really good friend, a good friend who is actually, you'll find out later on that she or a he is not very good. That she or a he just thought of himself or herself. And you think, I was even thinking, who can have a better friend than me? She knows everything about me and things like that. But she wasn't so good, I was just putting up with her bullshit. Plus, what was the reason? The reason was, of course, it was upbringing, but upbringing in a certain mentality. It was our, how do I say this, mentality that we lived in. Oh, it's not normal to say the truth in somebody's face. It's not normal to actually to stand up for yourself. It's not normal to have a fight, for example. It's not normal, especially if you are female, And, there are many things that are not normal. And I was thinking, later on when I was a little bit older, I was thinking, if nothing like that is actually normal or nice or just normal, is it any wonder that each and every one of you lives like this today? That you never had a life actually. And if you did, it was very controlled. By what? By somebody else's thought that says, oh, this is good, this is bad, this is, I always had I laugh very strongly, very loud. When I laugh, it's usually very, very loud. And people were always oh, listen to her, And that was very abnormal. Maybe in my head you are abnormal to me. Because you don't let me be me. And if you don't like me, I don't have to be here. Don't invite me next time. You won't even see me. If I'm not good for you, or if I'm how do I say this, if I'm not good enough, but good for you, then go to the others who are good for you. You're not going to have any advantages from me then. Just goodbye. And yes, it was a very interesting experience yesterday. It triggered many good things in my life that I think from today on, I will actually live a much better life, a much, how shall I say this, without too much bullshit, from other people or from other, I don't know, whatever, their stupid ideas about life that they would like to project on me, that I would have to live by that. What if I don't allow it? What if I know it's not true and I don't allow it and I don't actually need it, So when I turn around a little bit, not too far in the past, I see that actually people I'm talking about my country now, people actually still live like that. And it's like some kind of how do you say, like it's something forbidden. It's like some kind of impediment, something. You have to, you go this far, and from this area there is nothing for you. Well, how come? This is what you are allowed, and this is what you are not allowed. Allowed by whom, and whose authority? And what good does it bring for me? And what good does it bring for that somebody else who said that, huh? And how come that somebody else knows that and I don't? And how come that somebody else would like to be, almost like the director of my life, according to, whose rules, I wonder? Yes, that's all for today. That's all I wanted to say. I didn't get pissed off. There are some videos where you can clearly hear me that I really got pissed off about something or someone. But this is not the case today.